Hello, Cassie. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert over at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Megan. She sent your website over to me for analysis, and thank you for letting us do that. Now, the first thing I have to tell you is that it is clear to me that you have spent some money on putting this website together. You realize that a website is no longer like a novelty. It's not just a few letters on the bottom of your business card. It is something that is a necessity, and it's something that should be bringing you customers and money. And currently, even though your site is beautiful, and I would love to come here if I was somebody looking for a roof in Tucson, your site is underperforming. And I am going to show you exactly how and why and how to fix it. And this probably isn't a surprise to you. I'm going to start by saying that the first thing I do is I start with this. It is a tool that I use, a paid tool called Ahrefs. And they show me the metrics of your site, how it's been performing over the last couple of months. And then the second thing I do is I go and do a regular old Google search. And the Google search I do because Google is responsible for 96% of your traffic. People don't just start typing in random words and end up on your website. They have to go through something, and usually it is Google. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is tell you that everything on a Google search results page is the result of the Google algorithm. Now, algorithms are weird things. I hope I haven't turned you off already just by saying the word, but it is necessary because that's how Google operates, and I promise I won't make it uninteresting. Now, the algorithm has a couple of things that it does. It looks for things on websites around the world, and it also determines the placement of everything on the search results page. And it does that because of the information it has that it's gathered from around the world. Now, the first things you're going to see on a Google search page are what they call the sponsored ones, and that means that those folks have paid to be there. Now, underneath that, we have what we call the map pack. I'm kind of confused by this. East Blackridge Rye. I must have done something strange there. There we go. I zoomed in too far. Now, the map pack, these folks did something that the folks down here did not do, and that is they filled out a Google Business Profile. Now, Google Business Profile is like any other online profile except these folks. They paid to be there also. It's like any other profile on the internet, like Facebook or whatever. They'll ask you what year you started your business. They're going to ask you when you open and close, and they're going to also ask you prove that you own the website of the profile you're filling out. So now, if you do that well enough, if you do that thoroughly enough, if you do that precisely enough, then Google can reward you with this ideal spot up here near the top of a Google search. Because being listed at the top of a Google search has a monetary value. It absolutely does. And underneath the map pack is what we call the organic search results. This is part 2 of what the algorithm wants. That map pack was part 1. Part 2 is content. Now, I'm going to search. I'm going to use Roof Sabers Lock as your Google competitor for the purpose of this analysis. They are the number one. In that they are listed first. They are the first contractors listed underneath the map pack, making them, in my parlance, the number one. Now, below that is Yelp, obviously a list. Below that is Better Business Bureau, obviously a list. So those do not count, but they are the first contractors. So I'm going to show you their site. There it is. I'm going to show you your site, and I'm going to do something really fast. I'm going to copy and paste your entire website into this word counter. You have 630 words. I'm going to do the same for Roof Sabers, and there we go. Select all, paste. There we go, 580 words. Now, normally your 630 would beat their 580, but all words are not the same, and Google prefers that you have 1,500 words on your website, and they think that that is the minimum number of words that you should have in order to be able to educate their customers, their search customers, about whatever it was that they happened to type into that Google search. Google wants them to end up someplace where they'll actually find out information and be smarter about whatever it was they Google afterwards. So that is why they want 1,500 words. But all words are not the same. This is part B of this content thing. Google wants keywords. Keywords are words that belong in your industry. They belong in your website and the sites of your competitors. They belong in Google search results, searches that people actually do. And they also come from the communities that you serve. Now you have 131. That is generally not a bad number to have. Here is what your competitor has, 482. So they have 4 times the number that you do, more or less. I'm going to show you what their keywords are. Let's do that. I'm going to click there, and hopefully this loads quickly because sometimes it does not. Boom, there we go. Roofing companies, Tucson, roof repair, Tucson, skylight, Tucson, tile roof, Tucson, tile roof leak. As you can see, these are all sort of questions or Google searches about the actual materials that you use in your industry. They ask things about like roofer in Tucson versus Tucson roof. And the algorithm does not know the difference between roofer and roof, and roofing and company and companies. It does not know our language at all. It doesn't know singular and plural. It doesn't know that words are related. So it does not make any assumptions. It just looks for what it looks for. And if you don't have all of those variations on your website, then your website is not going to come up. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is your backlinks. Backlinks are where your site appears on somebody else's site, and there is a link back to you. An example would be Yelp. If you have your profile there and you attached your website to it, then they have a backlink to you. You are in 714 backlinks with 75 domains. This is the important number. This is the number of different domains that you are listed on. Now, I'm going to show you what they have. They are listed, they have 98, so they also beat you in this. That is a very small amount to catch up to. That is a really small amount. This will be relatively easy to achieve for you. I'm going to show you what the domains are. Click there. Let's see what comes up. And boom, once again, there we are. Yellowpages.com, Superpages, thebestrated.com, today's homeowner.com. Oh, actually, they lost that link. So that's an opportunity for you to jump in and take it. Now, these are the domain ratings, meaning that these sites have a lot of other sites that refer to them. So that's what the backlink profile is. I told you that if you have a site that refers back to you, that's great. Here is your domain rating. You have a 10, and that's really great. These folks have a 90. This is a scale of 0 to 100. So you want to be on the highly rated sites as much as you can be. And oftentimes it's as simple as going and filling out a profile. Now, you want to be on these highly rated sites from, say, 70 on up. But you're going to have some local ones that are going to be rated in the 40s and 60s, and that's okay too, because you do want to be on the local ones. The algorithm does not look at very low rated ones that are like in the zeros or 0.1. Apparently, not a lot of people go to usalocaldata.com for their roofers in Arizona. So you don't have to worry about that one. But unless it's on your bucket list, then by all means get on that site. But if it wasn't, then you can stay off of it. Now, here's what this all comes down to. This comes down to this. Last month, you had 68 visitors from to your site from a Google search. That's up 2 from the month before. And those 68 visitors means that you had a little bit more than 2 visitors per day on your website. Not bad. Here's what your competitor had, 406. That is approximately 4 3/4 more opportunity for them to have a request for an estimate, for them to have that estimate turn into a customer, and for them to put money in their pocket. Now, obviously, not all of these are going to turn into something. just like yours are not going to turn into something. But the odds are 4.75 more likely that somebody who reaches this site will do that. And that is lost money because you are not high on the Google search results. Now, I normally like scroll down because I want you to see what your own Google behaviors are. When you Google for something, excuse me, how far do you scroll down before you say to yourself, you know what, I think I've got what I need from here on up? And as you can see, I'm scrolling at a pretty good rate here. Oh, there we go. That was it. West Coast Roofing, Arizona. That's how far down you are. Would you have scrolled down that far for yourself, or would you have said, oh, you know what, I think I have enough from here on up? Because you're not that far down, but then again, you're at least 2 or 3 pages down as far as Google pages go. So that unfortunate listing down there is the result of 3 things. A, the Google business profile, B, the keywords, and C, those backlinks. Now, if you can improve those, you can get higher on the Google search results. And that will be money in your pocket. Absolutely worthwhile to attempt to do that. Now, these are all things that you could do yourself, but I do have to warn you that they are all really time consuming. You do have to go in and mess around in your website, and they also are dull in a way that I cannot describe to you. I'm really happy to be doing the analysis as opposed to that end of it, because it is dull getting all of that stuff done, getting on the different websites, filling out profiles, looking for these different words. I mean, we do, even still, we have these paid searches, but even doing it with those paid tools is dull. So if you would rather spend your time sky high quality and grounded in trust doing roofs, then by all means stick with what you're good at and give Megan a call, because she would be happy to guide you through the next steps and help you with all of the things that I told you about. Thank you so much for watching, Cassie, and you have a great rest of your day.